after so much love and praise on the first episode that she was on, I already knew I had to bring her back, and you guys were showing so much support for that. So we have today the one and the only, the hot commodity of the hour, Briana Duarte.
Woo!
Not the second time saying this because it didn't pick up the audio the first time, but we're here regardless. Briana, how you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right. I know you like the shirt. We had to pull it out. The one, the only. This is low-key my favorite shirt, but it's the oversized one, so the sleeves don't go up to here.
Yeah,
you have every shirt. If there's a shirt that's LA Knight and you don't have it, that's a shocker.
Every color too, like the same shirt in every single color I own.
There's odds that you might have to get a couple more at SummerSlam because he may or may not be the world champion at that point. I don't know.
I'll die.
We'll talk about that and a lot more today, guys. If you haven't already, this is the Aidan Achong experience where we try to interview fun and amazing people. Briana was the first guest ever, and we had to bring her back because that episode went so well. If you guys want to see her again in the future on the channel, she'll definitely be on this podcast more times. We'll find out though, because you know what? She is a very busy woman, and she's only getting busier. So if you guys haven't already, make sure you go show her some love. And today, the goal is to hopefully you guys can walk away learning something new about Brianna that you do not know already. We all know that she loves LA Knight. We all know about every time she's at LA Knight. And she talks about it so much that on today, I want to make sure you guys learn something new. So I did not think I was going to start with this question, but I was talking to my mom, I'm like, what would you ask Briana? Because I wanted to know people who, like you, but they didn't know. And I know you love reality TV shows, and I've seen your personality online. You're really good at connecting with your fans. Now, is something like Love Island something you would want to be on in your lifetime?
Yes and no. I don't think personally I can handle someone else pulling my man for a chat, like in front of me. But I mean, mentally, like yes, like I could be in a bathing suit 24/7. I could be, having drinks, hanging around, the pool or whatever. But in reality, no, I don't think I can handle Love Island. I could do like a Real Housewives.
I've seen so many of those shows. Atlanta, Houston, there's a lot of those.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to be in a show like The Real World? Remember The Miz?
I've never seen that. What is that? I know The Miz has done it.
Yeah, that was what it was made off him. It was I don't really know the context behind it. I just know The Miz was on it. So, but I think I can see you being on reality TV at some point along your career. One thing to ask about your career, we know you're wanting to get into the pro wrestling world in some way or capacity. It looks like in the ring. Do you have any update on that or any motion on that, or has it just been a little quiet since? I know you've been taking a relative break from a whole bunch of stuff this past couple months.
Oh my God, that's the most asked question. I didn't know the demand was this high. I'm looking at schools. I think picking a school and picking trainers that you feel comfortable with is the most important part of the process personally. So maybe leaning more towards the end of the year. But the plan was to keep my summer open since I was beyond booked and busy last year. So I haven't really thought about it, but it is still in the works.
That's good. That's good. I definitely think you were doing a lot last year. For those of you who don't know, this woman was at show after show after show after show. I would like to say that it was at least 20, at least.
It was just within the span of 24 hours. On my birthday, I was in Connecticut, Virginia, Washington, and then back home within the span of like 24 or 48 hours. So that itself was insane on my birthday.
That is absolutely insane. I know this year you went to WrestleMania, you were at the Royal Rumble, and then you've been taking a break recently. I think you're going to SummerSlam as long as LA and Roman get booked.
Yeah.
So in that time, you've spent a lot more time just being you, hanging out, vibing, trying to show the world a different side of yourself. Now, what's something that you've enjoyed this summer specifically, whether it's hanging out with your friends, going out, having a libation or two? What's some of those fun extracurricular activities that have been really fun for you this summer?
Believe it or not, even though I can't swim, I went on a boat for the first time, my friend's boat, and that was so fun. So I've loved being at the beach and near the water.
That's cool. I've seen lately you like hot dogs. It's just that's those
not
random
lately.
things.
I've always loved hot dogs. They just hit different in the summertime. Like I love hot dogs.
That definitely it's new. You haven't talked about it too much, at least.
I feel like not unfortunately, I'm very grateful for what has happened, but I feel like I've been put in a box for so long where it's always WWE, LA Knight, this show, that show, where like this year I kind of have just been myself. Like no one knew I loved hot dogs. I love hot dogs.
I think a lot of people starting to know your music interest. I mean, Morgan Wallen, I think he's definitely number one, right? Besides Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake, everyone knows.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake hasn't dropped anything, so he's still up there. But Morgan Wallen has definitely, it's my guy right now.
You've been listening to a lot of him, and I've seen you go live a little bit in the past couple of weeks. I feel like when I was in there, I was like, wow, there are so many comments. You could be taking a break, enjoying yourself, then people still love you. It was like, yo, there's like over 100 people here on a random Tuesday afternoon just because. And I'm like, oh, what? The motion is there. The motion is so there. So now I will ask a couple of night questions, but I'm not going to try and make the whole thing about. I'm not going to ask the same things you've heard. Now he just beat Seth recently. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, obviously, I'm glad he won, but I don't like how it happened because Seth is injured. So it wasn't definitely a victory I was cheering for. I think it was very nice of Seth to put him over because I did hear that he was supposed to lose. But happy for him winning, but also it's like bittersweet because it's Seth. So I just hope he gets better soon.
Yeah, I heard there's going to be an update on that this week. I'm really hoping it's not too long. He probably won't be at SummerSlam, and that's tragic because this is the 1 year he was finally being pushed as the guy, and his knee blows out on him. I heard someone saying he was faking it because there's another injury. I don't know. I hate online rumors. They're stupid.
Yeah.
So tonight he's in the gauntlet. It's LA Knight, CM Punk, Jey Uso, Braun Breaker, and Penta. As a fan, I know who you want to win. Who do you think will win that match? Like, do you think LA Knight has a legitimate chance?
Yes, but realistically, I see CM Punk winning because they've been hinting at Gunther and CM Punk for a little bit, whether it's like a little altercation or whatnot. Realistically, I would love LA Knight to win. Biased, I think he's going to win. But from a business standpoint and a booking perspective, I think they're going to go with CM Punk.
I have to agree here. Now, I think because he just beat Seth, this is the perfect opportunity to really elevate him and say, you know what? We got a couple of months here. We can do whatever the hell we want. Give him the title. And I know people are going to think I'm just saying that because she's on the podcast, but I promise you, I've been an LA Knight fan for a hot minute now. Before WrestleMania 39, I was really starting to like what he was doing. And I think he has every aspect to be a champion now. This is going to be a hot take. I know I'm getting hate for this. I think he does everything that Jey Uso does, just a little bit better at everything. And that's not a knock on Jey. Jey's great. But people keep telling me, like, I keep seeing the clown emoji where there's a bunch of guys in war and LA Knight's supposed to be the clown in the middle. I'm just like, what does he not prove to you? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try not to read that stuff. And the DM, sometimes people will DM me as if I'm actually his social media manager and be like, he shouldn't be here. And I'm like, guys, what do you want me to do?
All right, now, we're going to segue right to what you said. What's some wild DMs you've heard recently coming your way?
Good, bad, or just it doesn't matter? Just anything.
Whatever your feelings. Good, the bad, in between.
I try not to look through them a lot. Obviously, a lot of them are like guys, like I think I posted the other day. I posted like, "There's nothing I love more than hot dogs," like Morgan Wallen, Roman Reigns, LA Knight, or whatever. And someone slid up and they were like, "All of a sudden, my name's Hot Dogs." I don't know. There's stuff like that. There's people that lie and say they look like Morgan Wallen. I'm like, you don't look like Morgan Wallen. So like there's stuff like that, and then you just get people in there that think I'm literally running LA Knight's social media, that like Seth got hurt because of him, and I'm like, okay.
I think people would agree you probably should sometimes. Sometimes
I should, yeah. And then you get LA Knight himself that'll just pop into my DM sometimes. I'm like, hello.
Hey there. Yeah,
he's so random.
So you got the tattoo recently. I think everyone knows now that he has seen it. Is SummerSlam hopefully going to be the place where you do plan to show him this tattoo finally? There's so many.
Yeah, even if I don't go to the actual show itself with these ridiculous ticket prices, meet and greet, I will for sure be line leader as always.
Absolutely. I think everyone will say, you know what? I know that girl. Go to the front of the line. There you go. And with tickets, listen, now I'm not plugging them at all, but Alan Owens, a wise man, told me you always wait. If you're not going, a bunch of people, wait till like the day off, just because they're going to be there, and you can always wait. Yeah. And I probably should have done that, but the tickets I got with 12 people were super cheap. I'm like, pre-coin this. I'll sit up there with Jesus. I'm not mad at it. I'm not offended by it. You know what? The Jesus seats.
As long as you're there. That's the mentality now with how ticket prices are for anything. It's just like as long as you're in the building. I mean, there's that.
I mean, we're up there, so we might, with the pyro, we might be hopping out the building because I'm sitting very near where I sat for WrestleMania 29 13 years ago. And yeah, you thought the fireworks were gonna like attack you. I was like, all right, a little high here. But so many people are gonna be in town for SummerSlam. I finally convinced Van Vliet after a hot minute and some finagling here. Found a way to get him to go. Wrestling Fanatics going, every other creator I could possibly imagine going. I believe Weezy's gonna be there. Are you excited to be? I know you're going to at least be in town. I'm pretty sure. I don't think that's a question, but like, are you excited to see all these different people, especially your fans? But I don't think that is talked about enough. Like the followers, the fans you have, you inspire so many people. The young girls, especially, I feel like they really look up to you as a role model because you're someone who enjoys wrestling, preaches the positivity, and really shows that wow, it's cool to be a wrestling fan as a girl. Like this, and like not to separate girls and guys, but for you specifically, I think your demographic is typically the younger girls who enjoy pro wrestling. How does that make you feel? And are you excited to see so many of these fans?
It makes me feel good. It makes me, I got into this world unintentionally overnight. And I've been blessed to have a platform that has almost 100,000 followers just by being myself. So it means a lot. Thank you. It means a lot that I can just be myself, and that's inspiring to young girls.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I've seen this so many interactions. I remember one girl specific. I don't remember her name. You probably might. That little girl who saw you in the arena and then like she started crying over you, saying like you're an inspiration or something. She was blonde. I don't remember too much now, but that was one of the things that stuck out. I've seen you all over social media with so many different girls on TikTok. Recently, I've seen a lot of that actually. I keep seeing, oh my God, Briana Duarte, she freaking mentioned me. She saw my story. And I'm like, that's very cool. Like, something that might be 2 seconds out of your day can make someone's entire month. And for me recently, it's just the first time we've talked. I've seen a lot of growth. So it's like sometimes where I do repost someone's stuff, they're like, wow, like he saw me. I'm like, bro, I'm nobody special. Like I'm just a regular person, just like you, trying to enjoy this as well. And I think for you, you've definitely hit that next level of online content creating. I don't want to say celebrity. I think that's the wrong term. People are definitely going to go for my throat for that one. But I definitely think, for lack of better terms, you're hot shit. And I think, on the internet, people are starting to see you more and more. You've been on so many podcasts this year. You're definitely going to be a lot more after this one. I already know people are going to be like, oh my God, we need to have her immediately. You're going to be hitting up your agent.
Me?
Yes. Yes. So I know you've been keeping up with wrestling. I know it's definitely been something that ever since WrestleMania you've been trying to just ease back on. What have you been filling up your time with, in between that? Obviously you still watch it, but like you're not going to all these shows destroying the bank account. So what has been taking up that time?
Time with friends, time with family, work 24/7. And that's pretty much it. Just enjoying my summer.
For you work. I swear, you guys, if you don't see Briana on the internet, that means she's working. This woman is working all the time. She'll drop in the group chat when she's on her break to see the latest news or be updated. Outside of that, this woman is she's very, very busy. You don't know how long it took to get her on this podcast, guys. It was a work in progress, but one way or another, we got it to happen. So
yeah.
The busy woman that you are, absolutely. Everyone make sure you clap along because Briana's been killing it recently.
Thanks.
So I think, next thing I really want to ask you is, we've asked about wrestling, we've asked about music, we've asked about what you do in your personal life. What's some aspirations and dreams that you have in the next 6 months to a year that, could be new, it could be old, that are like rehashing themselves, that you want to see yourself in the next 6 months to a year?
That interview with LA Knight, I'll never stop talking till I get it.
But they gotta get it to you. They have got to get it to you. SummerSlam, it could be it. It could be there.
I don't know. They keep saying that. Everyone says that. They're like, oh, I think it'll happen. And I'm like, guys. So I don't know. That's a huge one. And then obviously training to be a wrestler. But yeah, content creation wise, I want to get more into interviews. And LA Knight would be a great one. I already have my mini mic ready to go.
Yeah. Now, one question that comes to mind a lot is, I feel like a lot of people ask this. Now, I don't know necessarily if this is something you want to do yet, but is merch, whether that's shirts, maybe it could be bracelets, stickers, something that you would want to aspire and do in the near future?
I would love to. I don't think people would purchase it.
Really?
I don't think people, yeah, and maybe that's just me being in my head because sometimes I do post thinking I'm posting to 8 people and I'm actually posting to 50,000. So maybe it's like me mentally sabotaging myself. But I don't think anyone would buy it. But I mean, if they would, sure.
I really think that if you were on a hot run and you were feeling good, posting a lot, I think everyone's seeing your face. They're like, yeah, I'd get that merch. Like that's sick.
Yeah, it amazes me sometimes when I like go out to events and everyone, I'm like, you know me? I'm like, that's like, I just forget sometimes that I'm posting to 50,000 people, you know? So it's a me thing, but if the people want it, I'm not going to fight it.
Absolutely. You know, you got to alleviate some of that work stress somehow, you know. Working 24/7, you know, but I know that bank account's feeling really good right now after not having to splurge on show after show. Okay,
I don't know.
just maybe one or two of those might have put a fork in that, but not bleeding so dry after not having to go to so many shows.
Yeah, not as bad, no.
What do you have any concerts coming up soon that you're going to for different artists?
Too many. I have one of my friends next week. I have Gracie Abrams. I have the Big Time Rush one. Luke Bryan, Morgan Wallen, Tate McRae. Yeah, there's a bunch.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't expect to be that many big names. Damn, that's all right. Maybe that bank account's not doing so hot, guys. Maybe we're back down to here's when you're watching WWE, when you're not watching WWE, and then when you're not doing anything, which this never happens.
I never take a day off. Like even I told myself, I said, listen, I said we're not traveling a lot, we're not doing like a lot of the podcast and stuff, and here I am. I just filmed one last week. I'm filming one right now.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Off.
Yeah.
Listen, it took a while to get this happened, guys. For those of you who don't know, this is like a month in the works, guys.
Yeah,
we've had a lot going on, but you know, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's been other guests who literally just wouldn't answer, and Briana was so great to immediately just be like, you know what, could we reschedule for this if the E&B, and that's the one thing I appreciate the most because certain people they won't answer, and I'm like,
that's horrible. No, I felt horrible even rescheduling. Like I was like, I feel horrible, but like it's just you're not gonna get good content from me because I was not gonna be good.
No, there's never a worry to reschedule. I feel like some people they get so all. Easy. Yeah, it literally it's like 10 seconds and there you go. So, all right, we've asked a little bit here. We'll get more into the nitty gritty. So, I see you want to be getting into the interview space. You want to be asking stuff. Now, does that mean you want to necessarily start your own podcast, the LA Night Girl Briana podcast, or you want to just do some street interviews like you see some of your other favorites do?
I've been people have been wanting me to do a podcast. I don't think personally I would have the time to sit down and like film a podcast. I would love to, however, do the random interviews. I feel like that just matches my personality more. I'm a very chaotic individual. Mm-hmm. So I would love nothing more than to just like go up to random people and ask a question with my mini microphone. I feel like that'll suit me best.
Absolutely. I think for those of you who don't know, at the show, she is all over the place. You will never see her standing still for more than like 2 minutes ever.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep. So this space, as a woman, as a content creator, I feel like you see a lot of love, and there are the hate that comes in, but a lot of love for being a woman in this space because there's not a whole bunch now. We're starting to see a lot more. I think you, Wheezy, Minnie are some of the pioneers who have helped establish that. How does it feel to be one of the top women in this space that have really helped set an example and set the tone for wrestling content creation in the women's field?
Crazy because I used to watch Wheezy and Minnie like all the time, and to now be with them in this world is crazy. Like categorized with them is insane. So I feel it doesn't even feel real to me still. Overwhelming in a good way, I'll describe it. It's just insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I've seen the amount of comments you get. I can never imagine having to see that much on your screen. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Anytime LA Night's on, I'm like, oh, that's how I know LA's on. It's just boom.
They have that new Instagram story feature. How many times does that get like over like 50?
Sometimes, and then I'll miss a few, and then I'll feel super bad.
Oh my
because
yeah.
it just like my Instagram will legit crash sometimes, like because it can't keep up. Like it'll like freeze, and then I'll miss people, and then I feel so bad. You're seen if I've missed you before.
Yes.
I've seen you.
All right. I want to ask you about one individual specifically. I don't know if you see her content too much. She's bigger than me. She's actually keep growing. I love her. But how hard she's been working. Memory. Memory, right? She watches all these podcasts. She's like one of your biggest fans. She always shows love for you. I want to ask, have you seen her content? And I want you to give an honest feedback of Memory.
I love her. I adore her. I've seen her content. Yeah, she comes to my For You page sometimes.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome. She talks to
yeah,
you
no
all
critiques from
the
her.
time.
Does she? She's so cute.
I texted her. She's gonna be so mad. I'm like, what's one question you want me to ask Brianna for you? If she answers during this, I will ask that question. But she is busy, so
Oh, it's
but
okay. I get it, girl. It's okay.
absolutely, she's gonna beat herself up. But memory, you rock. I had to do that because she always shows love. She has been the one who has been in my ear every time I talk about the podcast. She's like, "Is it Bree? Is it Bree?" I'm like, and recently I was like, "It may be," and she got so excited. She's gonna be watching
Oh,
this episode on
cute.
repeat for like a
She's so
year.
cute.
I love her.
Are there any other fans who like that you remember specifically from your interactions? I know you've had new ones since WrestleMania, and I know your experience was out of this world. I didn't really want to ask that, but I do want to ask the fan reception because I know you saw so many people who were like, "I know you from the internet."
Yeah, no, there's content creators like the Haroon twins that'll say they recognize me first before I recognize them. So that was definitely surreal. But yeah, of course I remember everyone. Like Emerson was one of the first girls to ever give me a bracelet. And then the other girl I met in Indianapolis, her name too was Emerson, the one that was crying. Her whole family was so sweet. Yeah, I see everything. I remember people. They think I don't, but I do.
Absolutely, I feel like a lot of people do. Like, if you do something memorable, then remember. But remember. Now, I want to ask, I know that with the good comes the bad. And I don't want to ask necessarily what. I want to ask, how do you deal with some of this interaction from people who may not want to be so positive and want to just come on here to ruin your day for some reason, for no reason at all, just to be that one random person here? How do you do your best to deal with that?
I don't read it. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't. The most nonchalant person. I don't read it. I don't care.
That's so
Like,
valid. That is so valid.
unless it's like something that is like legit, like that I said or did that upset someone. Like if it's something stupid, like she's dating LA Knight, she made him move houses, she sent fan mails. I don't care. Like think what you want. Like I don't. You're giving me more engagement actually because more people are gonna come to my page.
Yep.
So like the whole thing of me dating LA Knight, I just remember leaving my workplace and my phone blew up. Like, are you really dating LA Knight? I'm like, no. What are you talking about?
He can literally be your dad.
Like it's just crazy. They're like, oh, like, hey, she's dating LA Knight. I knew this whole entire time. No wonder he's happy to see her. I'm like, what a stupid.
It's really crazy.
It is crazy. It's just something new about me every day. And the one thing I live by is I'm learning it with you guys. Like if there's something about me out there, I'm probably finding out with you.
Yeah, and with saying that, there's been a lot of girls on the internet who I would say mostly positive, really try to recreate what you have as the LA Knight girl. They'd be like, "Oh, I want to be like the Rhea Ripley girl, or I want to be the CM Punk girl, or something like that." Does it feel cool to be such an inspiration and an icon for that?
Yeah, I just think there's a difference between being inspired and then just straight trying to like be someone. So I try to like be supportive to those who are trying to be authentic and like original with themselves. But yeah, I love seeing stuff like that. You just have to be yourself. You can't, try and replicate what's already been done.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, I do want to ask, did you watch Evolution last night?
I didn't know. I watched Love Island. I was out.
Oh yeah, right. Love Island
I've
was
seen
on.
like clips, so I've seen a few things that did happen.
Are you happy to see the women finally getting such recognition? And I'm not going to spoil anything for you that you didn't necessarily see, but the interview was awesome.
Yeah, I heard it was better than a main event.
It was leaps and bounds better than main event. I thought it put up really good competition compared to All In, which that was an amazing show.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard nothing but good things about it last night. People were like, this should be every year. Like, let's not wait another 7 years to do this. Yeah, I heard nothing but good things. And I love that Naomi's our champion now.
Absolutely. And Naomi being champion, that was really cool. I said before the match, not really believing it, like, maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. And then it happened. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. So you've been LA Knight 100 times. I was going to ask you to rank each one, but I feel like that's too difficult because there's so many of them, unless you want to.
I can do a top 3.
Do top 3.
Okay. So do you want interactions or do you want like pictures? Like, is there a specific?
Well, however I want you to rate it by your favorite experiences of any of them.
The first one's definitely Madison Square Garden. That one, I feel like that was the first time we had reunited after WWE World. So that's the first one. And I think Rumble, I got more time with him. But like Madison Square Garden, that one still sticks out to me. Honestly, number 2 is the hotel one. That was completely unintentional, and the fact that he actually left whoever he was talking with to come over because he saw how nervous I was, and that interaction was longer than what was filmed. That was at least, I want to say, like a 2 to 5 minute interaction with him walking back and forth and then stopping. And then third, I want to say it's tied for the Rumble and SummerSlam 2024. The Rumble, they had me like glued to his hip the entire day. Like as soon as he came out, and like, you know, you had fanatics following us, I was with him from when I first met him at photo ops till like the end of the day, like from backstage and everything. But then there's also SummerSlam with my favorite picture of all time. So I would put those two at 3.
Yeah.
That's really good. I can vouch for the airport one because Bree texted group chat. She's like, "Oh my god, guys, there's no way. Like, I can't make this up." Yes.
Yeah. I just woke up from a nap, a power nap, and I was going to see my best friend who was leaving because she lives in New York, and then I'm in
Amani,
New England.
right?
Yeah, Amani, and I'm in New England, so I'm like, I don't know when I'll see her again. I had glasses on. My makeup I slept with my makeup. I had jeans, and I still had his shirt on because I fell asleep in it. And then I was sitting there on my phone, and then, oh, here comes LA. But I didn't notice him at first because he was in street clothes. Like, he wasn't LA. Like, he was just someone walking. So I didn't notice him, and it was just chaos. He did see me, though, but he did a double take because I had my glasses on.
Yep, that's gotta be memorable, right? Like, you know, not just because everyone's in character. He sees you in public, and it's like, let me go say what's up. Like that's awesome, right?
Yeah, he could have said no. He could have been like, nope, off the clock. Sorry, nice to see you though, and kept walking. But no, he was talking to people, and then once he saw me standing there in the brightest shirt anyone could ever own, he had left whoever he was talking to, and he had come straight over to me, and he was like, "Oh, good to see you." But like, I don't think he put 2 and 2 together first because of the glasses.
Yeah, I definitely think the glasses.
My mom said he kind of did a double take when he saw me sitting down, and he was like, "That's Bree."
That's great. You never wear glasses except either in podcast or like.
Yeah, just when I'm home chilling. Yeah.
Yes. I mean, okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is the outfits. They've gotten even better. I really like that WrestleMania one. That I think you had the Roman jacket, but you're wearing. I don't even know what it's called. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Fuck, I don't remember what it looked like.
Was it the SmackDown one? Was it the long skirt with the black top?
I think so.
Yep. That
There was one that had some royals on, and I'm like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, the Romania outfits were very, very. I tried to be as original as I could be because I feel like everyone is kind of catching on to the t-shirts and the skirt and the boots, and I'm like, okay, that's kind of getting washed. Like, I need something new. So I did like a Coachella-y outfit for Friday, and then my Mania outfits were custom made.
Oh yeah, it was this outfit right here.
Yeah, that was my favorite one of the weekend.
That was the best one. That was like
you.
I was like, I'm like, we see the wrestling fits. Well, I think wrestling shirts are cool, obviously, but that one was like,
but like when you start, it gets like repetitive when everyone keeps doing the shirt and the skirt and the boots, and I'm like, I need to switch it up. Like, we're gonna do something different. And that one was my favorite one of the weekend, but everyone's attention was on the corset, the custom made LA Knight corset.
That was sick. That was so cool. I know. As long as you go to SummerSlam, those outfits are probably gonna. Knowing how you are, they're going to top this, but you never like to settle out. You have to always
I always have to go above. Yeah, my big thing for Mania was I kept saying, I was like, this is a new era. I'm like, we're done with the skirts and the boots. I'm like, this is new, and it gave it. Everyone loved it.
I saw that. The love was there, and does it feel cool to like, you know, be able to be like, you know, I don't want to say rebranding, but, you know, moving on to a new chapter of the LA Knight Girl, a new chapter for Briana, who can, you know, establish herself more as you. If, you know, outside the LA Knight personality while still keeping that, you know, knowing your character and true to yourself as well.
Yeah, I love it. Like, I'll post something like random on TikTok, just like with my personality, and people be like, oh, like, I never knew you liked this, or I never knew you had interest in that. And I'm like, guys, there's more to me than just LA Knight. Like, I do feel like there is a difference between Briana and then like Brie, the LA Knight girl. Like, there is for sure like a different personality there. Not saying I don't love LA Knight, but I do have other interests.
Oh, I think people have recently seen that Briana is definitely a very, very different person.
Yeah,
but in the right ways, because I think the energy is still there. Because your energy is always, you know, you never take breaks, you never sleep, but your energy is always through the roof.
I can't sit still.
Absolutely not. Now I've seen that you've been. I don't know what photography is the right interest or word to use, but like you've been really getting into like taking, you know, fun pictures with disposable cameras and stuff. Is that something that you want to do? You mean it's like a side thing or like a passion project that you want to do? Because I think it's really cool the way like you're taking these pictures, like you get one shot at it. If you fuck it up, it's done, and they look great.
Thanks. I love taking pictures. I feel like pictures are the best forms of memories you can have. I'll take pictures of anything and everything. As for cameras, I've never had a thing for them before, but I did use my friends. I think about last weekend, and I loved it. So that is something that I'm looking more into.
I knew you were talking about trying to get for Prime Day. I don't think that did not happen, right?
Yeah, no, not yet.
Prime Day, Morgan Wallen, Big Time Rush.
Prime Day, LA Night.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they bring out those meet and greets soon because that's the one wrestler I want to meet because like this year I was able to cross off so many on my list. I'm not gonna lie, take inspiration from you. I always, I was always the get one. That's it. I got 3, and I'm like, okay, I'm so disappointed that Liv Morgan got hurt like 2 weeks before, bro.
Yeah.
Literally, I'm like, I get to meet Liv Morgan. I'm like, it just cannot get any better.
Yeah, I know. Poor thing. Yeah.
But they waited. They waited. So if they just didn't wait and they said immediately, all right, she won't be there, I could have gotten a replacement. You know who the one wrestler who I could have gotten who, nothing wrong with her, but I'm not a fan of her character, so I wouldn't necessarily want
Was it Alexa?
I met Alexa.
Oh, Charlotte? Who?
Bianca.
Yeah.
She's great. I trash her character so much because I just think she needs to be a heel, and I'm like, I cannot meet you. I'm like, I liked it for the person. Like, in my mind, I'm like, I would not be able to separate you. People would be like, bro, you hate her all the time. What, are you just glazing now? She is a man.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, I would love a heel turn from her.
Absolutely. Who would you want to see LA Knight maybe make a heel turn, or do you like what he's doing right now?
Heel LA Knight's my favorite version of him ever. That $1 Million Championship era, I need him as a heel. That's my favorite.
That old theme song had some aura. The new one still does. But
my favorite one is the beat drop in NXT. That's my favorite version. Not a lot of people know about that version, but there's a version in NXT where there's like a little beat drop and then it kicks up. That's my favorite. And when he used to cut promos as the song was going, that's my favorite.
I really want to see him touch on some elements about that. And honestly, I think that's something he could really do and help elevate himself into that main event tier because he should have been there a long time ago. I thought last year was the good time. He beat Logan Paul. Let's keep it going. He should have won Money in the Bank. And I don't know. It's unfortunate that Pete's showing you he should have won Money in the Bank. I hope Seth gets heels up, but he should have won Money in the Bank. I
told LA at Royal Rumble, I said, 2025 is your year, my man. I said, I'm counting on it. And he was like, I appreciate that. I was like, I feel it. I said, I feel like 2025 is your year. And look at him now.
He is crushing it. He is doing amazing stuff. Okay. I got a really good question for you. What do you think about his budget for his gear? Because this man be wearing the same outfits for like a month. I don't think there is one. Bro, this man, he's still wearing a Money in the Bank outfit. And like, bro, you make money.
And the boots don't even match. The boots are red and the gear is green. I'm like, LA, it doesn't even, I don't know what happened to his old gear, whether it got lost in an airport or something. Like, where's the yellow gear? Where's the red gear? I'll take the gray gear back at this point that he used to wear.
Can we get blue gear?
Yeah, I know, like a navy gear, that'd be heat.
Your favorite LA Knight shirt, at least at that time, was the blue one that was like a Hot Topic or something, and nobody ever had it. And then
his original NXT one, yes, yep. And
I want to see that because the other day I'm like, bro, it's Saturday night's main event. We're like over a month after playing the make. Why are we still wearing green and yellow, man? You didn't win it.
Yellow. I love the yellow.
Yeah, but green.
Yeah, I'm not a big green girl. The yellow's my favorite.
You might have to hit them up and be like, yo, get some designs out, do some color recommendations. If you can make the LA Knight girl fits, I'm sure you can make an LA Knight fit.
Yeah, I'll relay the message to him. I do love cosplaying as him. It's so cool. He loved it.
That one, the most recent one where he had the vest, the shirt, the glasses.
And then he came out with it, the same outfit he came out with.
He knows. He does that on purpose. I promise you, there is no way anyone can say otherwise.
He didn't wear that vest for like months or maybe a year, and then he came out in the same wash of jeans. He came out in the same Timbs. He came out in the same vest, the same shirt, the same glasses. I'm like, guys, I'm not psycho. This has to be like this is intentional.
Oh, it is. It so is intentional. Anyone says otherwise is kind of crazy. And like they're gonna be like, oh my God, you're thinking too much about it. He has so many other fans. Like, all right, we can get credit where credit's due. You're the LA Knight fan.
Listen, like typically there's like a vest that's off, or there's like maybe he's not wearing like the Tims, but he had the outfit down to a T, like to a T of what I wore.
You know what that means, right? You might have to make your own LA Night outfit to inspire and to be like, ooh, maybe we change this up, you know?
Yeah.
Because I see all the time you're always talking about his gear, and you're like, LA, where is it? Because what's your favorite LA Night gear?
My favorite LA Night gear is the pitch black mash he had with Bray Wyatt, the like neon yellow glow in the dark gear.
I remember that one.
My favorite. And he wore it once and never again.
Yep.
That's my favorite.
Got lost in the airport. Or lost with the push that they failed to give him for a year. The Never Seen 17 has been the WWE champion, and I want to ask you: do you think he should be WWE champion after SummerSlam?
After SummerSlam, no.
You want Cody Rhodes to beat him?
Yeah, I think Cody needs to get it back and have a heel turn.
I want him to turn heel, but not win. I see it winning.
But like, who do you see taking it off of John except for Cody Rhodes?
Honestly, I would really be okay with Drew McIntyre beating John Cena.
I don't think Drew McIntyre. He's literally beefing with Jelly Roll right now.
Well, that's not going to be a long-term thing. That's SummerSlam.
That's not. I don't know. Do
you like the Jelly Rolls at SummerSlam, or does that bother you?
It kind of bothers me. I don't know. It does bother me. I'm not going to lie. I don't like it. Like, that's where my money's going. Like, what?
No, I like Jelly, so I'm not mad at it. But if it was Travis Scott.
He's a great artist. No, I'm not taking that away from him. But, like, in my glorious company, we're going to have Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul. Like, what?
That's a rough one. If you asked yourself 5 years ago as a wrestling fan, this is where we'd be.
Yeah, but literally, like, what?
And I'm starting to get worried now with Seth being out, so many injuries. Travis Scott's going to get his way on this card, isn't he, right?
Oh, I don't mind. I love Travis Scott.
I can't say Travis Scott.
I love Travis Scott. That's my guy.
Oh, you show the love. You show it all the time. You were probably the one fan who was cheering him at freaking.
I was freaking out when he came out at WrestleMania. There was speculation he was at WWE World, but I had not gone that day. And then there was speculation that he was going to be there that night. And I was like, guys, I don't know. I think Dwayne's going to kind of like overshadow him a little, because no one knew where The Rock was. People were like, he claims to be in Hawaii, but like no one knows where he is. So I was like, okay, I'm expecting The Rock to come out. But then Travis Scott had come out and I lost my mind.
Yeah, and that was it. No, Dwayne wants to sit at home.
Yep. Final boss, I miss you.
We need the final boss. We need the tribal chief now.
No.
He never be on SummerSlam. I don't want to see him. Oh my God! 2 years in a row, he's back.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at this point we can make a whole T-shirt design. Roman Reigns, he returns in X amount of weeks, and that shit would sell.
Yeah.
So, who are 3 wrestlers? I know we're completely flipping this that you have not met yet with the updated people that you've met since we first talked that you want to now meet.
Roman Reigns is number 1 forever and always will be. Does it have to be just WWE or can I go AEW?
You can go whatever you want.
Roman, Kenny Omega, and then probably Mercedes Moné.
That's a good one.
Yeah, so I was gonna say Jon Moxley, but I've met him since we last filmed.
Yeah, Moxley. Had a rough outing at All In.
I know he did. Yeah, that would probably be my top 3 as of right now.
That's pretty cool. I got WrestleCon coming up. I just got Toni Storm's meet to get the picture with her. She's my favorite in AEW, and like I had like a top people of my favorite. She was the one that I didn't meet yet, other than Liv. And I'm like, all right, the bank's low. I don't care. You say, money comes back. Wrestling memories don't.
Yeah, for sure.
That's tattoo where they're there. Wrestling money always comes back. That's a great one. So do you watch indie wrestling at all, or do you have no idea about anything?
The only thing I've seen recently has been from Elena Black because I still follow her. Absolutely. So anything indie related, I'll see from her.
She's the one that there's some indie show, and you know she's like one of my top favorites. So I literally watched this show, and I didn't watch anything else. I solely looked for her match. As soon as it ended, turned it off. I want to go to an indie show, but I've never gone to one. I don't. My friends barely get. I barely get to go to a WWE show. How many I get to go to an indie show?
Yeah, right.
So I've been trying to watch more wrestling. I don't understand how some fans do it. AEW, WWE, TNA, all. Bro, I have a life.
Yeah.
I have a life. I cannot be watching all those wrestling. And I'm not going to say it's bad. It's good stuff, but Now, there's everyone has their wrestling dream matches. I don't want to ask what's your dream match, but I do want to ask what matches do you want to see LA Knight having in the next couple months?
Oh, a couple months.
Yeah.
Him and John Cena, for sure. Couple months. I'm trying to think story wise. Dude, him and John Cena is for sure up there.
He should beat Cena for the title, but fans are gonna hate me.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I don't know. That's really it. I don't know. Like everyone's a face. We don't really have any good heels, and if we do, he's already gone up against them. So
Gunther, right there.
Yeah. Gunther would be good. That'd be a good one.
I would love to see him face Carrion. I don't know about you, but
really,
yes.
Okay, that'd be an interesting.
I think Carrion's so good on the mic, and I think that he is exactly what LA Knight isn't in a good way. I feel like those two would mesh very well.
All right, I wouldn't be against that. Yeah, but Gunther and him and CM Punk would be good too. And like in a world where one of them were a heel, that'd be a dream match.
That might be happening tonight, technically.
Technically, yeah. But like story wise, they would like cook.
Yeah.
Give me a good heel LA against a face Punk.
Yeah.
Kind of cook. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yep.
All right, I have to ask this question. What do you think about Solo's new bootleg Bloodlines?
I don't think about them.
That's great.
I'm sick of them coming after my hand. I felt ill when they interrupted him. I'm like, when are we gonna leave this bloodline vortex? I don't think of them. However, Solo is funny. I will give that to him, and I'm glad my goat Tongaloa is back.
I popped so hard for Tongaloa.
Yeah, we love Tongaloa.
And then that dude came out of the way.
I still don't know his name. He has very nice hair, though.
Hikuleu or Talatonga.
All right, yeah.
So I'm waiting for Shorter Tonga to come out now because if you have
Talatonga.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why we're dragging this bloodline thing out. They're never gonna recreate what they did with Roman, the Usos, Sammy, Solo, Paul, the Wise Man. They will never recreate that.
Yeah, no, ever.
I don't think anyone's asked you this. I've been watching these interviews past couple days. Are you still heartbroken over the Wise Man betraying his OTC, his tribal chief?
Yes. I always listen. Everyone always doubted my Wise Man. Sure, he has a past. Everyone does. I didn't ever think he'd betray my tribal chief the way he did. Because even when he and Roman and Brock first had that little spectacle going on, and when he was with Brock, he was still kind of loyal to the tribal chief.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe that was. I just can't believe he fully betrayed him.
That one popped me. I really didn't see that coming.
And Punk, even Punk and Roman at Mania were both. I don't know if the cameras were still rolling, but they both were sitting there looking at each other, kind of heartbroken for one another.
Yeah, they show that afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Was that walk out of the arena very depressing that night after Roman lost?
Both nights. I lost, but yeah.
Wait, both nights? Wasn't LA and Roman on the same night?
Yeah, they were, but then night 2, Travis Scott kind of got bodied, so I was like, oh, there's that. Cody Rhodes got his receipt, yeah. So I was like, oh, yeah. But yeah, night 1 was the worst. I was like, dang.
No, I don't want to say. I know people have asked you about the Mania experience. How was the Vegas experience for you?
Oh, I loved Vegas. They matched my freak. Vegas was like I've never felt more like I know I go to like New York sometimes and I'll kind of feel like out of my element and like a little unsafe in some scenarios. Vegas, literally just walking on the strip, I did not feel unsafe or uncomfortable at any point. Like we were there till 1 a.m. watching the Bellagio fountains and there was not one point where I felt uncomfortable. I loved Vegas.
I've heard so many stories recently. I was watching Wells Mania with the twins. So I know you're a big fan of them. You like them, right?
Yeah, I love them.
So they were talking about how that walk back to the hotels was horrendous. Apparently, they had to walk over some bridge or something.
Brutal.
I would hate that. 50 minutes of straight walking, shoulder to shoulder, back to back. That does not sound.
God, I met so many people that followed me while being shoulder to shoulder. It was so. I think I got like a picture with someone like while we were shoulder to shoulder. He's like, "Can I grab a pic?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. We're not going anywhere." And we grabbed one.
That's great. Now we talked about meeting wrestlers. I want to branch this to what creators were you able to meet this year, and what creators do you want to meet in the near future? So you either recently started to learn about, or just someone you haven't met yet.
Wheezy, we were supposed to meet at WWE World, but our schedules just never overlapped. I think she was doing something with Xfinity while I was meeting Stone Cold. Mm-hmm. The one day we were both at World, so I would love to meet her. Tag team twinning. Unfortunately, have never run into them yet. I would love to. I love them. They're so sweet.
They'll be at SummerSlam.
Yes, they will be. They have let me know. Who else? Alan, I've never run into. I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of speaking to him really. I would love to meet him. But everyone else I've been pretty fortunate to meet. Santi would be cool. I've spoken to Conman a few times. That they would be cool to meet them.
I don't know about Santi, but literally every other creator that I know who does wrestling is going to be there. Like,
I keep saying you need like a content creation house for like the weekend. That'd be so dope.
I've been saying this for a minute now, and I know it's a wild concept, but since Royal Rumble is not going to be in the States, it's going to be in Saudi Arabia, some creators should be like, yo, let's get an arena, get the full place of fans, and let's just watch the Royal Rumble together.
That'd be crazy.
It'd be like your content creator house. That would actually be wild.
You know, they had like Streamer University. We should do that with the WWE content creators.
Oh my god, that would be insane. You know how many riot or arguments there would be over who this wrestler can't wrestle, this guy sucks, bring us to push.
No, I think we're all pretty unproblematic and chill. Like if you had like Wheezy, Conman, me.
Oh, those are the good ones, yeah.
Yeah, like the not nice people.
Yeah, I think we have to. It's definitely there's a creator and then there's someone who calls himself a creator, but they're just someone online who makes hating videos. There's a very, very distinct difference.
Yeah.
All right, now I do want to ask this one. You saw Wells having a kid, right? I know we've talked about it. I mentioned on your live.
I found out via TikTok live.
That was me. That was literally me.
Okay.
Yes, because I was on his podcast and on the live that week he mentioned it. I'm like, yo, that's sick. So like, I think I gotta get him a gift now because like that'd be too good. Now I'm trying to think, what do I get him that's like funny for his kid? You have to send him an LA Knight shirt, right?
Yeah, don't they have like the baby onesie thing I can send him?
So definitely have one. If not, I know you'll make one. You'll make one bedazzled and stuff. You'll be like from your favorite all across the world, Briana. So when thinking about your future, starting a family, whether that's branching out to maybe becoming someone so surreal, one of these online celebrities or big time wrestlers, what's the dream for you? Like, I know I might have asked this in a different way, but I want to like, what's the ultimate dream where it's like you'll be content if you could finally reach a certain place in life?
Be a pro wrestler and sign with WWE. That's it.
Not like main event WrestleMania.
No, I would love to main event WrestleMania, but as long as I'm even in the industry, like I get that's the goal for most people. But my dream is to just be a wrestler.
I think you'll definitely achieve that dream. I think WWE has to, whether they find a way, you can. Hopefully they don't try to do the LA Knight with you and make you a manager. I think you have a lot of potential in the ring. I think you know the game, you love the game. You're young, so you still got a lot of good years ahead of you, obviously, for in-ring wrestling. And I think somebody read like Charlotte is. My mom was asking me the other day. She's like, Charlotte's only been in the business for 10 years. I'm like, she's only like 39. And if you start this young, if you've been WWE like 26, 27, you have so many years to actually do something. And we live in a world now where travel isn't as bad. You don't have to travel 365 days a year. I think they definitely shrunk in that. I feel like for someone like you already travel a lot, so that's nothing that be different for you. It's just gonna be like, all right, well, next town, here we go.
Yeah.
Now, has any fan come up to you and be like, I'm the Briana Duarte girl, I'm the LA Knight girl? I know that sounds kind of crazy. No.
I may have heard LA Knight girl a few times, but never like a Brie Duarte girl. No, I've heard LA Knight girl a few times.
I was talking to one of my friends about it, and I was like, what if like I feel like the double is kind of funny, kind of cool. Now, I would love to see someone actually fully blown out and go for it, because that would be kind of cool, right? To have your own like number one fan that's like above and beyond the rest.
Yeah, like, I really do sometimes wonder what LA thinks.
Oh, I think that man's like, I have fans who like me, because they're like, at the end of the day, they're all people. So
like, I want him. I have so many questions, but one of them is like, one, how did you find out? And then two, I want him to like, what do you mean one of your fans just for being a fan of you has like 50,000 followers? Like, does he think that's like crazy? Like how that happened?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think with you've definitely helped unlock the side of him that he was just able to present. He's a cool guy, and I don't think a lot of times he's a little self-preserved, and I don't really see him going too out. Spoken on the internet, in his promo stuff. But I feel like with you could see a different side. I feel like a lot of fans have really grown to attach themselves to that, and they're like, "Wow, LA Knight means something to me. He's really cool." And look what he's doing with this one fan. Like, that's cool. And it's taking a world of its own now. I mean, now it's like when you and LA meet, it's like two worlds collide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is that something that like you love to like? I know you have their own pictures behind you, but I know you have the entire LA Night wall somewhere because there are so many pictures.
Look at him right now. Yeah.
It's casually looking at LA Night on the wall. This is definitely a out of left field. I'm trying to just ask some new questions that aren't asked before. What's your favorite food?
Oh man. Anything with pasta? Oh, hot dogs. Hot dogs are up there.
Someone's definitely gonna make a Brie edit with hot dogs just flashing on the screen, coming on the screen down. Nathan.
I love hot dogs. Yeah, anything with pasta is fire. I love chicken tenders.
Dom Mysterio right there.
Yeah, I love a good chicken tender. Yeah, safe answer will say anything pasta related.
That's a good one. That's a good one. What's your All right, this might be an adult question here, but what's your favorite
Oh, Becky?
Yeah.
Vodka cran. Anything with vodka, I will drink.
Vodka's gonna be the new WWE World. I always want to see on some of your videos the counter for WWE World because you would say it like again and again.
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Vodka Cran might be hitting that next level. I'm not gonna.
I need to be on Cody's podcast, the Wheatley one.
Oh my god, bro! Can we please? That would be so funny. You'd be like Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens said, "Screw this. Let's get the bottle here."
Yup.
All right, you know what? That just brought up a great question that I had. What's something you like watch some of these WWE podcasts? If so, what's some of your favorite people to see on these, or like that you can relate to?
I love Cody's podcast because I always say it doesn't feel like a podcast interview. It just feels like a conversation between two friends. Like the Kevin Owens one, I think was almost 2 hours, and I wish it were 4 because it was just so funny and it was so great. But yeah, no, WWE wise, there's not really many out there. I've seen a few of Stephanie's episodes. The Undertaker's podcast has been popping up on my feed a little bit, but the one that I tend to watch the most would be Cody's.
Yeah, I think that's valid. That's the one I like. Kevin Owens episode. That was so bro. Can he get his own podcast, the KO show?
I know.
I will watch that day.
The Ricky episode too. I loved the Ricky episode.
Absolutely, literally. There's so many good ones. My mom loves the whole LA Night Girl stuff. She always talks about. She always sends me your post. She's like, "Did you know Brie did this?" I'm like, "Yeah." I tend to know.
My mom loves me.
So I want to ask, how does it feel to see parents come out to you and be like, thank you so much for inspiring my daughter or my son to, enjoy wrestling and pursue this? And like, does that, mean something to you on a personal level? Like, you're making such an impact on, the next generation?
Yeah, I've gotten posts and I've gotten a few DMs from parents and they're like, thank you so much. Like, this means the world to them. Like, you're so sweet. You're a great person to look up to. So yeah, that does mean more than people know.
That's awesome. I think, I'm not hot shit. You're still on this whole other level that I can only aspire and dream to be on. But like seeing certain people, they reach out to you and I try to respond to everyone I can. And sometimes it's like, bro, this is just a regular conversation for me. And for you, it's like a big deal. I'm like, I want to make this as great, best and awesome as I can. So whenever I talk to someone, I always just try to be honest, open, and humble. Like if you ask me a question, I'll answer it to the best of my ability. Now, I don't think you get this too much in the connotation because I think everyone says you look like Kelsey Green, or I've seen some Maxine here and there, especially the LA Night connection. They want to make that. I get called Bronson Reed on a daily basis, every single day, and I was playing into it for a while, but then I'm like, bro, you're the LA Night girl. I do not want to fucking be known as the Bronson Reed guy. I like Bronson Reed. But if my whole tagline is I gotta say tsunami every 5 minutes, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So now I'm just trying to be me, and I take a lot of influence from you. And that's another question I can ask: Who influences you in the content you are making and the content that you want to make in the near future? Because I see you're changing your game. There's a lot more that's coming from you. Hopefully, we get some of that long form YouTube content in the near future. Because I think a lot of people would love to hear you talk and see your day-to-day life or the vlog style. So like, who inspires you and like what kind of stuff do you want to make in the future?
Honestly, I didn't really have a lot of inspiration going into this. It happened overnight. I'm still trying to figure out how to navigate some of it. I just post what I want to post. I mean, sometimes I'll see like trends and little cute things happening and I'll replicate that. But as for like being inspired, honestly, I kind of do my own thing. And I think that's why people fell in love with it as quickly and as much as they did, because it was something new and it was something fresh. I correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we've seen a relationship like this with a fan and a wrestler since Corey Jade and CM Punk, and they didn't really use social media back then. So this is something new. But yeah, I mean, I'm still navigating it, and not to sound corny, I kind of inspire myself by like posting what I want to post and not caring.
It's a great answer. It's a great answer. I mean, you inspire me. I try to always be authentic. You and Weezy are probably two of my bigger inspirations of, making content. Al Nones is starting to get into that. And it's just like being real. You don't have to put on an act, a facade. You can play into something sometimes, be a little funny. Like her Touching Grass series is my favorite thing on the internet right now.
Yeah.
That almost makes me want to go out and call out stupid fans, but then I know they're going to be like, oh my God, he hates Gunther. Don't listen to what he says.
Yeah.
So, but again, the inspiration like you and Weezy, so many different creators out there. It's just like, wow, like again, at the end of the day, we're all people, and you guys, sometimes I ask you guys questions about how you do it, and the answers that you give. Like I saw recently on your live, people were asking you all about your makeup and your hair because like they were like, how do I do that? How do I look like the LA Night Girl? Because they were just so inspired, and I'm like, that's pretty damn cool, right?
Yeah, it definitely is.
I think it's something you got to touch into more about some of the day-to-day makeup routine, because for some I know I don't say for some reason, I get the reasons, the girls are loving it. They're absolutely
it's natural. It's just skin. I told them, I said it's just skincare, guys. Like I don't put a lot on it.
I think you really underestimate it a little bit. There's a lot that they don't see, and they're like, yeah, we can just here we go.
Yeah.
All right, to wrap this up, I don't want to take any more of your time. You've been a phenomenal guest again, guys. If you want to see her on the channel again, let me know. We'll make that happen. One thing I want to wrap up is, you've been the LA Night Girl. You've been on the internet as a hot commodity, very memorable and recognizable person for 2 years. As a person, you've seen a lot of growth, personally, externally, I guess. What's the one thing that out of all of this is something that you could take away and something that you want to continue to grow on? That's be like, wow. I don't think anyone could necessarily say they've ever made it, because if you ever say you've made it, then you're not content. You always got to keep pushing forward. What's a message you'd want to give to supporters of you to set for the future and be, to grow up, to become an icon, to become someone who's so recognizable that they can say, I want to be like that person? What's something you would want to give to your fans?
You just have to keep pushing, make new dreams if you run out. One of mine, I'm going to say it again, interviewing LNA. I will never shut up until I haven't been told no yet. Until I've been told no, I will keep pushing until it happens. Continue to be yourself, continue to be authentic, original. Don't try and copy or piggyback off of what anyone else is doing. And yeah, just you run out of dreams, make new ones, because you're never done.
Bravo. Okay, this is for real the last question. Is there anything, now I'm not saying I don't know what, but any sneak preview or anything that you want to give your fans a hint on that could be coming in the near future, whatever it is? I don't know if there's anything.
I got a tiny microphone for a reason.
There you go. That's
your... Take that as you will.
Maybe it's prediction, maybe it's spoiler. You'll have to find out. Well, thank you so much, Briana, for being on the channel today. It was really fun having you again. You're one of the better guests on here. The conversation flows really nice and easily with you. I appreciate you taking your time out of your day. To anyone who's new here, I'm Aidan Achong. I'm going to let her shout out her stuff because she's awesome, and she knows how to do this. So her taking the time out of her day to come on the channel means the world. So Briana, the floor is yours.
You can follow me on Instagram at Briana Duarte and TikTok at Briana.Duarte.
I'll put that on the screen in case you can't spell like me. I have to Google it 6 times. So, again, thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you guys haven't already, I'm Aidan Achong. We try to post wrestling, basketball, and other fun content here. This is the Aidan Achong Experience, episode 10, I believe. So, we're making progress. 3 episodes in like the span of a week and a half. Kind of crazy. I know. I don't do that. But Briana, she was the first big episode. Then, for me, I'm not, okay, I want to take my time real quick. After that episode, my growth, honestly, I didn't, people started to really recognize who I was and see who I am, and I felt like I had a lot more opportunity. So I'm always eternally grateful for you taking that time originally back in January to come to my channel, because you never had to do that. And now I'm getting to a point where it's like, wow, people actually know who I am. I've had creators genuinely hit me up and be like, yo, you're at SummerSlam, let's make some content. I'm like, just a normal guy, man. We've been doing this since I was 8, but like, I've never felt, seen, and that video has been amazing. This one's gonna do great as well. So again, I always want to show my appreciation. I love to shout you out anywhere I'm on. I always love to, throw it out like this. Again, I don't know if I'd be here without that and the influence from you, being friends with you 2 years ago. I don't know if I'd ever have the courage to come on here and make wrestling content. So I always made TikToks, but I never called myself a creator until we were friends. And then I figured out, I'm like, you know what? I see you're doing it. It can't be that bad, right?
Anyone can do it if it happened to me.
Hey, don't say that. I think,
Overnight, I wake up and I thank LNA every day. It's insane.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in this episode. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down below. Leave a comment. Briana's socials will be down below in the description. Make sure you go follow her. I'll plug her YouTube channel as well. Subscribe to that to get her to post sometime soon. Whether that's shorts, whether that's a video, I don't know. But we got to get it one way or another. Thank you, Briana, again, for being on this episode. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Let me know who you want to see in the next episode. The Aidan Achong Experience. We're out.